Yesterday, I saw this video from Alec Baldwin. He was just talking to the camera about what he's doing right now while we're all staying at home because of the virus. And he actually invited people to make a visual diary, whatever that meant to them, about what's going on right now. And yeah, he lives a couple miles away. And I've also watched Jimmy Fallon do amazing episodes of the Tonight Show, and his kids do the cards for the show, and um, that's also amazing. He also lives just a couple miles away from here. He's broadcasting from a few miles away. I was watching Ellen DeGeneres call Michelle Obama, and I thought that was really beautiful and awesome. And famous people calling famous people and doing all their magic at home. And I thought, well, I'm not famous people. I know some, but that's not the point. But I have a lot of really cool friends who I love very much. And I thought I would probably start inviting them to talk about what they're doing right now and what they're going through right now. And if you know me, you know that being on this side of the camera is not my thing at all. I'm behind the camera, you're in front of the camera, and I can make you look good, and I will. Um, so it's a little odd for me to be on this side and talking to a camera because that actually goes against everything I believe. Um, because I believe that what makes a beautiful photo is the connection between two people in a moment, and then the photo is the product of that. Uh, So it's a little awkward for me to not know exactly who I'm talking to or who might be listening to this. And I don't even know how to edit video. So this first one is probably just going to go unedited. As it happens, my son, who a lot of you know, Alex, is brilliant at editing videos. So pretty soon, Mama's going to be sending Alex video to edit, I think. But I'm just starting where I'm starting, which is here, and it's March 28th. Um, I don't My life doesn't feel super different from how it was before. Um, in the winter in New York, I typically am home alone for days on end. I voluntarily don't leave the house and I just sit at my computer working, not working, getting distracted, editing things. Maybe by this time I would have taken a trip or two to LA and photographed some people, and then I'd be working on those photos. I actually had a couple of projects that were just getting underway when all of this started, and everything had to go on hold. My lab is now closed for 30 days. Um, I can still edit things, I can still work on them, but my first reaction to all of this was something like overwhelm because, well, I'm not even sure of the because, but um, I was so overwhelmed that I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't focus on any one project. I couldn't give very much attention to any one thing. I was scrolling through Facebook. I was reading everything. I think a lot of people went through that of, you know, seeing too much news and then finally saying enough. And I definitely got to that place. I hit a sort of a bottom. I was getting super angry. Um, just I was had like a hair trigger temper, um, and I live with a saint here. My boyfriend Sydney is he's been so great. We both are constantly reminding each other how grateful we are for each other, keeping us calm. Um, so that's been very helpful. Um, and it just took it was a process. It was a process I had to go through to um, get to some sort of a bottom so that I could find my focus again and find what was important to me. And I noticed in that moment of coming back that my creativity is back and on fire, and it's not quite as overwhelming, but it's definitely exploding. I mean, I just am feeling I have so many options and so many ways to uh, put out my creative energy. I have a lot of creative friends, and I am noticing a lot of them have this are having this feeling as well. I went on a really long walk with one yesterday who has just been on fire for weeks. I mean, she never went into that phase of paying attention to Facebook or being overwhelmed by the energy of a lot of also fearful energy of what other people are thinking and doing. She just went straight to the opportunity phase. She was able to see an opportunity and she's seizing it and running with it. And I'm looking forward to brainstorming more with her and maybe even helping her um, bring that forward. Um, there are two things I'm really good at. One is brainstorming. The other is connecting, and I love connecting people and ideas. And I'm I'm that person that has like the big picture view of a thing, and I can um, when I meet a person and I'm about to do, let's say, a brand photo or portrait or something like that, I tend to I tend to see the whole picture as the person starts talking about what they do or who they want to reach or, ideal customer or any of that lingo. I start to immediately see images and I start to see where this person could be going, what they could be doing. So it's a little bit of my brainstorm, it's a little bit of my intuition, and I don't know how, but I just turned that into photographs, and obviously I love doing that. So for me, the biggest challenge here is to figure out where to focus and how to keep myself focused and how to just one thing at a time. That's why I decided to make this video, because I would like for, let's say, the next 28 days, because supposedly it takes that long to break a habit or make a habit. I think it takes longer than that. I just want to keep showing up and seeing where I am and seeing if I'm staying focused or what I'm focused on, and also to just be okay with where I am. One of the things I really want to do with this time is to clean things up, clean up my physical space, clean up my mind a little bit, and keep it just more open, not worried. I definitely have already been to the fear place and back. And yes, I'm worried about money and clients and future. And then I remember that's all future stuff. And for today, I'm great. I'm fine. I'm healthy. My refrigerator has food in it. I have a refrigerator. I have a house, which I know is more than a lot of people can say. I have two awesome dogs who are super happy. And I have space around me and air around me. And I so feel for my friends in New York City and other little apartments where they can't move around as much. My son is in Boston. He's in a little apartment where he can't move around as much and doesn't have as much access to nature. So I'm just going to keep doing this and see where it goes. And I'll just let this be my first shitty rough draft, if you will. Since I've decided to let go of a couple of my ideas about doing books right now, and I just don't have that energy. I need to do things that are smaller and maybe a little more instant gratification. Um, I'm actually going to do a photo shoot for someone remotely, so I'll let you know if that works. I think it will, and I'll explain that when I get to it. But I'll just let this be whatever the heck it is and see where it goes for the next 28 days, because I'm pretty sure I'll still be here. Well, I would still be here, virus or no virus. So I would still be in this place, in this space. And yeah, that's it. That's it for now. That's all I got. I will see you tomorrow.